Today, I want to share with you the extraordinary life of one of the most powerful missionaries the world has ever seen, Saint Francis Xavier. His story is not just about travel and preaching, but about courage, passion, sacrifice, and a burning love for Christ that touched millions. For the next few minutes, journey with me through his inspiring mission across continents, and let his life ignite your faith. Early life and God's call. Francis Xavier was born in 1506 in the Kingdom of Navarre in Spain. He came from a noble family, but his dreams were not spiritual at first. Like many young people, he desired success, status, and a comfortable life. But everything changed when he met Saint Ignatius of Loyola at the University of Paris. Ignatius repeated a single question that pierced Francis's heart. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? These words transformed his ambitions. He became one of the founding members of the Society of Jesus, and his heart slowly opened to the missionary call. Sent to the missions, a journey that changed history. In 1541, Francis received a mission from the King of Portugal to travel to India and strengthen the Christian faith in the colonies. Without hesitation, he accepted. He left behind his homeland forever, knowing he might never return. His journey was not easy. The voyage took more than a year, filled with storms, sickness, and hunger. But Francis's heart was firm. He spent the long journey praying, teaching, and caring for the sick on the ship. When he finally reached Goa, he found people living in poverty and spiritual confusion. But he did not judge. Instead, he walked among them, ringing a small bell through the streets, calling children and adults to learn about Christ. Mission in India, a heart for the poor. Francis Xavier's missionary work in India was powerful because he did not simply preach, he lived the gospel. He spent time with the poor, the forgotten, the sick, and the abandoned. He taught prayers, baptized thousands, and traveled from village to village, never resting. He went to South India, especially the fishery coast, where the people were suffering and neglected. Francis worked tirelessly, learning their language, eating their food, and living among them. It was here that his love for souls truly shone. Reaching beyond borders, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia, Francis did not stop in India. His missionary heart pushed him further. He traveled to Sri Lanka, Malacca, and the islands of present-day Indonesia, bringing faith to places where the name of Jesus had never been heard. Everywhere he went, he taught, healed, comforted, and baptized. People were drawn not just to his words, but to his kindness. He had no money, no army, no authority, only a burning love for God. And that was enough to change thousands of lives. Dreaming of China, the mission he never reached. Francis Xavier's greatest dream was to enter China, a land closed to foreigners. He believed that if China accepted Christ, the entire East would be transformed. He tried many times to enter, but the authorities refused. Still, he stayed near the Chinese coast, waiting for an opportunity. He fell sick on the island of Shangchuan, alone, with only a small boy as a companion. On December 3, 1552, at the age of 46, St. Francis Xavier breathed his last, whispering the name of Jesus. His body remained incorrupt and was brought back to Goa, where it still rests today. Legacy: a missionary who still inspires. Francis Xavier baptized more than 30,000 people across Asia. His missionary passion laid the foundation for Christianity in India, Japan, and Southeast Asia. But more important than numbers was his fearless spirit. He teaches us that faith is powerful. Love can cross nations. One person can change millions. Even today, centuries later, his story continues to inspire missionaries, priests, religious, and ordinary believers all over the world. Conclusion: a call for today's world. The life of St. Francis Xavier is not just a story from the past. It is a message for you and me today. God can use anyone if we are ready to say yes. Francis said yes, and God worked through him to transform nations. May his life inspire us to live boldly, love deeply, and share God's mercy wherever we go.